The Dallas Cowboys finally make a move as they trade for Amari Cooper. What is going on, y'all? Fast Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. And I know I'm a little late on this news, but I still wanted to get my thoughts out to you guys talking about the Cowboys acquisition of one Amari Cooper. With that being said, before I get into my thoughts, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and go ahead, hit that big red subscribe button down below if you guys are interested in my videos. I talk a lot of NFL, talk a lot of NBA as well, with the NBA season right here and in full swing. With that being said, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and turn on my post notifications to be notified when I post these videos. So we're just going to get into the topic of today's video, which I mentioned, the Cowboys and Amari Cooper. So overall thoughts on this. Again, I'm going to be fairly quick about this because I wanted to get my thoughts out earlier, but I just couldn't. So let's talk about it now. And you know what? It's a lot to give up for Amari Cooper. The trade was a first-round pick. Going to the Raiders for Amari Cooper, and nobody, and you can check Twitter with all of the, notable reporters, analysts, and whatnot, nobody thought Amari Cooper was worth a first-round pick. So if you're here to say Amari Cooper is worth a first-round pick, you're lying to me, because all the experts said he's not, and I believe it. Amari Cooper's not worth a first-round pick. He has been as inconsistent as they come for you at the receiver position. I mean, this is a guy who I've rostered in fantasy, and he drove me nuts. You'd get, a 2-catch game for like 8 yards, and then you'd get like a 12-catch game for 140 yards. So very inconsistent for Amari Cooper the past couple of seasons. And you know what? Let me analyze it starting from the Oakland Raiders perspective, and then I'll get into the Cowboys. From the Oakland Raiders perspective, I don't hate the move. I'm not going to say I like it, but I don't hate it. And here's the reason why. John Gruden has finally decided to go in the direction of a rebuild. Now, again, the season is only halfway through, but apparently he's seen enough. And you know what? I guess I can't blame him because the Raiders are awful. But here's the thing. If I had known that John Gruden was going to rebuild starting year one, why did he not make all of these moves in the offseason and whatnot? I guess he wanted to see the team play out. That's fine. That's fair. But with that being said, I think I like this move for the Raiders because you got the most you could get for Amari Cooper, which is a first-round draft pick. And this is not a guy you want to sign to a long-term deal. You're not going to want to give him Odell Beckham Jr. money. You better not give him Odell Beckham Jr. money because he's not worth it, okay? Or he hasn't shown he's worth it. Now, a couple of things working in his favor is that he's still very young, just 24 years old, and he could certainly turn around his career. And so you've seen him only with Derek Carr, who's, fallen off a cliff lately. So you wonder, okay, Amari Cooper, there's that potential still there. Is it still there, worth enough to invest? And you know what? The Raiders just decided we're going to tear this thing down from the ground up. We've already traded Khalil Mack, and now let's just get rid of Amari Cooper while we can because we don't want to sign him a long-term deal. If you're not going to sign Khalil Mack to a long-term deal, you're not going to sign Amari Cooper, okay? It just doesn't make sense. So overall, from Raiders' perspective, I think I do like it because they got a first-round pick, which nobody thought they would get. I just wish I had known about their plans a little earlier. It seemed like John Gruden just decided, okay, I'm just going to rebuild now. I've seen enough halfway through. Was it enough time for them to determine that? Maybe not. But again, we'll never know. But the decision has been made according to this move that they are going to rebuild. And for that reason, I like this move. Not to mention, obviously, that they got a first-round pick for Amari Cooper. Now, let's talk about the Cowboys side of things here. And everybody is saying the Cowboys gave up a lot. And they did. They really did. But I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Beggars can't be choosers. And when you are the Dallas Cowboys, who have the worst set of wide receivers, I think, outside of maybe Buffalo. Yeah, I think maybe the Bills are the only other team that can say that they have worse set of wide receivers, and even that's debatable. The Cowboys needed someone, and they needed something at the receiver position, and nothing was popping up. Yeah, Michael Gallup made a few plays here and there in the preseason, and he had a nice catch last week. But Cole Beasley, slot guy, Allen Hurns, nothing really special. Terrence Williams is basically a healthy scratch every week. You got Jeff Swain at tight end. So we're not even talking about the receiver position now. But no offensive playmaking ability outside of your running back. And now you take a look at the guys that are available. Who is available? Maybe a Demaryius Thomas, maybe, but Amari Cooper was available. You've got a young receiver, who still has potential available to pair with your young quarterback and your young running back. And the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, I guess, just decided that it was worth the risk. Now, again, this could still be a lot, but the Cowboys are going all in. So I do like the move from that perspective. I still don't think this Cowboys team with Amari Cooper is good enough to win a Super Bowl. Like, I don't think this is going to put them over the top in the NFC East. But I do like the fact that they addressed a position of need. And you know what? Like I mentioned, if it's something that you need, you're going to have to pay a premium for things sometimes, okay? And that's what the cost occurred for the Cowboys. And you know what? It might not be worth it. Like 2 years down the line, we might say that was a mistake by the Cowboys. But sometimes you got to take a swing at things. You got to take risks in life. And that's what the Cowboys did. Can't really blame them too much for it. So overall, I think this is a good move for both sides because both sides got what they needed. The Raiders decided we're going to rebuild, and the Cowboys decided we're going to address our weakness, and both things got fixed. Now, overall, my thoughts on Amari Cooper with the Cowboys, like I said, I don't think this still puts them over the top in the NFC East, but I do think he is going to be better with the Cowboys than he is with the Raiders. I expect them to use Amari Cooper not just as a deep threat, but a guy in the slot. He excels over there. They need to scheme him. And you know what? Maybe they need a new head coach, but that's another topic for another day. So with that being said, there you have it, folks. My thoughts on Amari Cooper to the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know if you guys agree with me or disagree. Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.